now we're going to try and make this interactive, and I'm going to give the floor to Salim from the World Health Organization. Salim, can you hear us? Do you want to ask your question?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Clearly.
I hear you.
Go ahead.
Hey, how are you doing?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, great. Actually, it's like a very good initiative. I like it a lot. I think, me and my colleagues, we've been through the toolkits just to have a look. I have two questions. The first question is about is this related to is there any relation with the Kickbox framework? If you're aware of the Kickbox framework that has been happening in Adobe for a while, is there some relation with what you providing as a toolkit or not? It's a methodology for entrepreneurship and innovation. And the other thing is the second question. I'm gonna just do two questions at the same time. You don't need to answer every time. The question is about we are running at WHO, so I'm part of a team that is incubating internal innovation within WHO. And we want to link to your innovation toolkit to use it. But I don't see from what I've seen today, it's very generic. I guess you're gonna go deeper after, but I don't see how would you propose that we link people to your toolkits? How you think the best way they would use it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Was that it, Salim?
I believe it was. Please go ahead, Baron.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Thanks, Salim. I mean, these are good questions. As far as Kickbox goes, I'm only tangentially familiar with Kickbox. Johanna, do you have any insight into that with the design?
I don't specifically on Kickbox. I know that a wide range of these kinds of innovation tools and platforms and toolkits were kind of reviewed, and I'm not ashamed to say that we stole good practices from all of them. I'm also not intimately familiar with the Adobe platform, so can't answer that, but we can certainly put that question to someone who might be able to provide insights.
Okay, so thank you, Johanna. Moving on to your other question, Salim, I'll just pop back to the toolkit itself, because it's exactly the kind of question that we're encountering from people, in that they have an innovation practice ongoing, or they have standard processes being undertaken internally. Isn't the toolkit just another layer? Possibly is the answer to that. However, what we are also hearing is that what the toolkit is providing is structure and is the ability to scope and contextualize. So we've had feedback from people who have had innovative ideas, have had innovative practices ongoing, but they have been able to utilize the tools incorporated in the toolbox to assign roles and responsibilities, for example. So they've had teams who are assigned the innovation planner tool. You need to go and do that based on the baseline, based on the data that we have at the moment. Whereas, team B needs to go and utilize the tools under prioritizing and selecting partners. So what we are finding is that it is the alignment of the tools, in that the language is aligned, the references are aligned. It's from a UN system. There is a familiarity with the tools that are incorporated and the terminologies that are incorporated, that is allowing for this conversation, these connections to take place, even with innovative processes that are ongoing. So to your point, Salim, around the innovation practices and linking people to the toolkit, what I think it does do is allows people who have an idea of what is required to have a UN-focused or a UN-derived case study that they can sell internally. We find that a lot of people are able to get more buy-in from stakeholders or from people who or champions, for example, if they can highlight a UN entity that this has worked with, and then also allowing people to assign roles and responsibilities for the intervention, as well as coming back to one of the weaknesses identified in the profile, allowing agencies that have a number of innovative processes or practices to really take a step back and analyze which one of those will have the most impact, which one of those is the most doable, the most realistic, the most contextualized, and then move forward on those in a scoping process.